This hot and cold here are going to pick up the hot and cold pipework which is in the room below, in the kitchen basically, off the new boiler. Now, rather than take the flow and return all the way through the house, which was quite a long way, to connect on with the heating circuit here in the airing cupboard, we took them from the boiler to connect onto these two pipes here, because if we imagine we cut them there and then connected these two onto the hot and cold water in the kitchen ceiling below, we've then got these two pipes that are unused going all the way to where we need them in the airing cupboard. So we took our flow and return from the new boiler, if I can draw this, it was closer than that, but into our new combi. So that's central heating, flow and return, pick up these two that used to feed this shower into the airing cupboard. This pump goes, and then these two here just connect onto the heating circuit where we need them. So now we've got our central heating circuit from the new boiler coming along and connecting into our existing heating circuit. What's up guys, happy Sunday. Thanks for tuning in to my latest video, The Life of a Jobbing Plumber. If this is your first time watching, normally various jobs from my working week, anything that I think is interesting or that you could pick up some tips and tricks from, I'll film it and put it together into a video. Or sometimes, like this week's video, it's one big job. And that leads me on to the question I wanted to ask you. Do you prefer lots of little jobs or the video where it's one job from start to finish? Let me know in the comments. As usual, this video is sponsored by Power Toolmate. If you're looking to buy power tools, check out Power Toolmate's website, and if you do want to buy anything off there, use discount code PB5 and you'll save yourself some money. And also sponsored by Velocity Pro Gear tool bags. If you're looking for a tool bag, check out Velocity Pro Gear. The link to both of those will be in the description of the video. And one final thing I wanted to say, check out the Trade Legends podcast. I've started doing a podcast now. You can watch it on YouTube. You can also listen to it on Spotify or wherever else you get podcasts from. I'll drop a link to that in the description as well. It would be great if you could follow that YouTube channel and see what you think to it. It's basically me and Alex talking to tradesmen, tradeswomen from the whole spectrum of trades, not just plumbing and heating engineers. So check that out, and I hope you enjoy this week's video. Right, ignore this drawing for now. This will all get explained later on in the video. What I wanted to say, and what I missed off the intro video, is that I did a live stream from this job when we started it. So the first sort of half a day where I was explaining the job from the start is on that live video. So this sort of starts a little bit into the job. So if you want to see that once you've watched this video, I'll put the link to the original live in the description, and then you'll get the whole job. Hope that makes sense.
So I'm just having a bit of a look at the where the boiler is going to sit on the floor. It has to go on a flat level surface. I've marked it out roughly where it's going to go, but you can see the level's way out, sitting up about at least 10 or 15 mil. So we decide now whether we put a slab on it or whether we pack the jig off the floor.
And that's because the boiler rolls onto that jig and the pipe connections are on the floor, aren't they? So
exactly.
It's got to be...
If it's not sitting square, what it means is as the flue goes through as well with its natural fall, it will mean that we'll have to accentuate that fall even more, because we're actually going to be going out like that. So we have to be a bit careful what we do. It might be
We've got enough height, haven't we? It's just set a slab, I guess.
Yeah.
So the pipe's going to come out the back of the boiler up. We're going to pin them to the ceiling. That's what the customer wants. We're just deciding whether we come straight down the middle and use hospital clips, brass ones, to make it look nice. Maybe she'll think of it as a feature when she sees how nice the pipework is, or keep it to this side because she's already got some pipes here, and then she can box it all in. But yeah, we've basically got to come across, because this is a flat roof, across and through. to get us up into this void, and then we can pick up all our pipe work, heating and hot water from the bathroom above. But we spoke, obviously this kitchen's going to be huge. We spoke about different locations for the boiler. She didn't want it anywhere in this room. Her bedroom's the room above, and she didn't want any noise because she says this boiler keeps her awake at night or wakes her up in the morning. So she wants it in that room out of the way. Obviously it's a flat roof, so there's nowhere to take the pipes, and that's the solution we came up with. Right, double laser gang. So Ben's got the floor jig on, he's put a slab down, and he's just marking out his clips. So we're coming up the wall, across the ceiling, and then I'm doing these clips here. I'm going to drill through the wall there, so I've got a dog leg down to get under this cable. There's like 4 cables in that trunking to get us through, and then we're going to come through in here and then go straight up and then pick up everything in here. Are you worried about getting onto these old pipes, seeing the state of the soldering?
Well, that's what I mean about stripping it all back.
Don't look too clever, does it, some of these?
We've got enough visuals on it, so we'll just have to watch it, have a look at it and test it and see what happens.
Just look at that one at the back there.
Well, this one's leaking.
Okay, now.
Look,
Which one?
right in that corner. I touched the pipe yesterday and it started leaking out. It's going to, isn't it, if I touch it?
Oh, great. So all he did was touch it and it started leaking. We're screwed. So it worked out so far. You see these two 15mm here with the speed filter, that's the bathroom tower radiator. So these two 15s here that then come down, which is these two, they go through to this rad. Just there. And then the other two, the one that's really black, that's the cold water. You can always tell the cold because it's the darker pipe, that's the hot. They do kitchen sink. Here's the TCP, it's got a bad throat. Obviously go up to the bathroom, and then they also come across high level there to do this utility for the tumble dryer and the washing machine and stuff. So I got my first hole through, it was right on the edge of the brick. And when I got the second hole through, they were trying to join together, they're a bit too close to be fair. So what I decided to do is I'm just going to take the whole brick out. So I've already done them on the other side. So just going to chisel this brick out. Got the break a bit in my SDS, and then we'll just have a whole brick to get our pipes through. So that'll make that easier for us, and then we can just fill it in. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. So I've just got to get 4 pipes through there, 22 more pipes, up into the ceiling boys, and then all the way along that ceiling. So Ben's caught the flue out, just leaving the gas pipe, 28mm copper. So just cut that. Lovely jubbly. We're doing most of this job in press because we need to get it done pretty sharpish. But the gas is quite tight where it's got to go through the wall, and we're soldering it, so that's what we'll do now. Just wanted to show you this. So I've had this, well, this is the second one I got. The first one I got came all the way from America, and it was cast iron, it was really heavy. And they were about 100 quid, but the postage was about 50, 60 quid. So it made them basically unobtainable in the UK. But now they make this one, which is light as a feather, this aluminium. And there's actually a distributor in the UK. I don't know if there's more than one, but I definitely know a company called Lavender Heating Supplies or Lavender Plumbing Supplies. I follow them on Instagram, stock these. So it's called a pipe vise. Handy bit of kit. And then I'm just going to use that to hold my pipe. Right, just in that pipe vise, just to hold it in place. Makes it a little bit easier for me to solder it. Alright, so what I'm doing now is I am cutting these pipes to length and then marking them ready for press fittings, and then we're just going to run these up to above the boiler height. We've got a deaerator going on, a magnetic filter, there'll be a scale reducer on the cold, nothing on the hot, but just wanted to get it in so we can slide the boiler in. and then the gas is going to be along here and soldered and put through there. So I'm just doing that now. When we've got this on, then we're going to roll the boiler in and do the flue, which we'll show you. If you've never seen one of these before, it's floor standard. So that jig that we've got on the slab, these wheels are going to roll on the side of that, and then these connections will end up where our pipe connections are, and they'll just tighten on. But the tricky bit is we've got to fix the flue. That's a telescopic flue onto the back of the boiler, and roll as we roll it in, it's got to go out the wall and be the correct length. So flue's probably the hardest part of this. So this doesn't just screw on there, it's not that easy. If you look on the inside, we've got this adapter here, so we need to put this on to bring us this way, and then we need to use this. Now this is cut for the length that if you were going to put it straight in and do a vertical flue. So we've got to cut this here, put that gasket in there, that's going to go into that, and then that will bring us this way to then connect onto this. So yeah, I mean they're easy once you've done one, but if it's the first one, you just got to be careful. Get these plastic collars as well, so once you push that in, it clips over it and screws in to hold that in place, so you can't pull them apart. There's one on there, one goes on there. They give you different ones for depending on where you're putting it. Right, go on and explain what we're doing.
So we've got a Worcester high flow with a rear outlet flue, or rear flue out the back. We have to adapt the inner part of the flue. We have to cut it down to actually fit the boiler, and then we'll mount the external part of the flue onto it.
The reason we took the lid off and the front is because this the actual flue, the screws go in from the inside, so you've got to get in here to screw it from this side. You see that? They're captive. So when that's on there, you've got to get these in from the inside. So we'll come in from the front there. So yeah, we're just going to do that now. Pipework's ready, and then when that's on and we're happy with the distance of it, we'll roll it in. So that bit goes round, because you can just pull that out, you see. So that one, take that back out again, out of there, if you can, without cutting your line open on that. So that, once that's pushed in, do that as one. Now put that round there. Just turn it slightly, and it should go either side of that. There, like that. And then screw that, and that holds that in place. I suppose they have to, when they design it, they have to come up with things that they could use for all situations rather than sell different parts. Obviously, just cutting that down, it's not a massive hassle, is it?
No, it makes it a bit more versatile, doesn't it? You haven't got to worry about ordering lots of different bits.
So that, push into there. Right, Ben's not seen this before, but this is my worth socket set. He's going to blow his socks off.
It takes a lot to blow my socks off.
He thinks weir is the best, which he sees this. Oh, have a look at that. Is it the...
Ooh, I like the blackness. I like a bit of black.
Right, get that out. Look at that.
Ooh, that's tiny.
Magnetic. If these are magnetic, it should hold it. Can't do it one end. Should hold that, and then you can got that. Get on the side of it.
I think it's stainless. See if I can do it one handed there.
I can't see it, but Good little set. They're not expensive either, but this is about 30 quid's worth. So we had a horrible time getting that boiler in. We reckon it was dropped or something because you can see there's like a little bends in at the bottom there. We just weren't sitting right on that jig, but we got it in the end. So that's the boiler in. Pipe tails up, and then the clips. Just putting them in now. There to then go through the wall. So I'm using the laser level. It's really sunny in here today. You can just see the line, faint line, if you can see that there. If you had a red laser, you'd have no chance. That's one of the benefits of having a green laser. So I'm just running these clips now, and then I'm going to get the pipes up, along, and then through there. That's my job. Ben's upstairs, taking the floors up. So you might be looking at it thinking, why the hell, Pete, are you using black clips? So I don't know if you remember at the start of the video, we were trying to convince the customer to have brass clips and make a feature of it, but she's dead against that. She just wants it boxing in. So because we're boxing in, and the clips I keep on my van are these ones. I don't think these are made by Talent, or they might be, but these are the ones I've always used. And the difference is, offer them up. They keep you off the wall a bit more. So we use these because they're close to the wall, and I only keep the black ones on my van, so that's why I've used black. It's all getting boxed in anyway, so yeah, that's why. So I'm going to do that now. I've got a kick down to get below this trunking, so I'll put some dog legs in the pipes. We'll film that for you, and then I'll nip upstairs now and have a lot of Ben's doing. So you can just see it there. You can actually see it on the end wall there, which is crazy because it is so bright in here, but you can't see it where I want to see it on the ceiling. Right, so that's all my clips in. So I'm going to measure. So I'm going to measure from, I need the pipe to be other side of the wall, so that's hooked on the brick, and I need to get over that. So what's that measurement? Let's call that 330, and then I want to go up higher, obviously, to get into the clips. What I'll do though, let's just get off the copper. This one. Just see how much. Do you know what? After all that, don't even need to do it. It goes straight through. So I've not got to bend it. That's a shame. I was looking forward to doing a bending video for you. Oh, better for me on the job. Measuring up to bend all these to get us over that trunking. Yeah. Offer that bit. I was just offering that in so I could measure it. Right. Offer it into the clips and slide it through.
Brucey bonus.
Awesome, isn't it? So I've not got to bend a single one. Yeah. We'll be home by, what time is it? Right, so this is the bedroom above that kitchen. So that's the chimney breast down there, fireplace. That's the primaries there. You've left them in at the minute.
So the 28 primaries are left in. Yeah. And I've got a flow and return there. I found the flow and return under the floor here.
Oh yeah, just there.
And I wanted to find I don't need them. The old primaries are under there. So they're the old 28s. They go straight through to the airing cupboard. It looks like they don't pick up anything on the return on the way through, so you should be able to just leave those out now. We'll just pick up 2 T's on these.
So that's the heating circuit. You're going to pick them up. They're going to come across here and then down to pick up the downstairs heating circuit.
Yeah, correct.
And then we can put this room back together. Right, he's done well there. Bed's back, carpet's back down. I'm going off to do some gas certificates this afternoon. Ben's going to be ripping out the cylinder cupboard.
Oh, no, I'm not telling.
He doesn't want to talk.
No,
he reckons he's going to get trolled. Right, do you know what I want you to explain what? Go on.
So we've used the hot and colds from the pump shower.
Which is these two here.
Yeah. Pick those up.
Hang on, my knee's killing me. Football last night was... Hey, fucker. A bit closer. Right.
We're using those as a heating circuit.
Yeah, so these two come from downstairs. They're now heating, flow and return. Teeing with the old heating, flow and return. These two.
Yeah.
And then go up. Now I've got isolation valves on because we're not going to fill this circuit yet, but this one goes up. That was the old cold feed into the
shower pump.
And that one was the cold
feed to the cylinder.
Cold feed into the cylinder. So now they have become flow and returns to a rad up in the loft. But yeah, I asked Ben to do a video explaining what he'd done, but he wouldn't do it because he reckons he'll get trolled. So that that's redundant now.
Yep.
Are you going to strip that out or are you leaving it?
I'm going to leave it until I know I've got the pipes correct going up into the loft.
Yeah, because we don't want to imagine filling the system with water starts coming out there. That's when you shit yourself. Right, I've had to get the pen and paper out of this because I don't know if it explained it well enough in the video. So the system we had, heat only boiler, which fed the hot water cylinder and the heating system. There was a shower in the main bathroom that was run off a booster pump. So because it's gravity hot water, to boost the pressure and flow rate in the shower, they installed a pump. Now we are changing the system to a combi boiler. So we don't need the shower pump. We can't use a shower pump. So this hot and cold here are going to pick up the hot and cold pipework, which is in the room below, in the kitchen basically, off the new boiler. Now, rather than take the flow and return all the way through the house, which was quite a long way, to connect on with the heating circuit here in the airing cupboard, we took them from the boiler to connect onto these two pipes here, because if we imagine we cut them there and there and then connected these two onto the hot and cold water in the kitchen ceiling below, we've then got these two pipes that are unused going all the way to where we need them in the airing cupboard. So we took our flow and return from the new boiler, if I can draw this, it was closer than that, but into our new combi. So that's central heating, flow and return, pick up these two that used to feed the shower into the airing cupboard. This pump goes, and then these two here just connect onto the heating circuit where we need them. So now we've got our central heating circuit from the new boiler coming along and connecting into our existing heating circuit. Are you with me so far? Then, because we're running a combi, this goes as well. So that's gone. And this is the old boiler, so that's gone. Now, the cold feed that came down into the shower pump and the cold feed that came down to go into the cylinder, that pipework goes up into the loft. Now we want to fit an extra radiator in the loft. So rather than run two new pipes from this radiator all the way along, down and pick up this heating circuit, we also used these two pipes here, connected them into our heating circuit, say like that, and then ran them along and picked up that radiator. Obviously it's a bit more complicated than that, but that's what we did. I hope that makes sense a bit better than the way we explained it in the video. So that's filling me, just filling the system now. It'll be alright. Looks good so far. So not only are we filling the heating circuit, you can hear that air bottle there, we're also filling this storage vessel there, silver lagged tank. Very good, just got full. I reckon we've got a Friday afternoon boiler here from Worcester. Not only was it all twisted and buckled in the case, but that copper pipe, see that it's not in that clip? So it's just decided to pop. It's all twisted, that is. What the shit?
I'm going to crack it there.
No more Worcesters, mate.
I'm going to crack it there and pull the whole thing off. Let's just turn this off. grips.
Just wasn't pushed on for properly then, was it?
Yeah, it looked like it nicked the O-ring. Okay. I've already videoed it. We showed it.
Stop moaning.
We did it the other day.
This is red hot now, so we've got the boiler running. Ben's just going to explain to you, because we're just fitting the upstairs radiator now.
Okay, so we've taken out the shower pump, and this was the cold feed and hot feed from the shower pump to the bathroom, which is on the other side of the house. And we've come off this, we've picked up the heating circuit, flow and return, but we've also come up and we've got the old cylinder feed, and this was the cold feed from the tank to the shower pump, and upstairs in the airing cupboard, we've got those poking out. So we're just going to connect them onto the radiator upstairs.
So they're just isolated there now at the minute. So the rest of the house is running. When we've connected that radiator up, we'll open those two blue butterfly valves, and that will make that live up there.
Very good.
So that's the rad, that little beauty. Just carried that up. So there's the 50mm copper pipes that Ben put in a while ago in preparation for this. They run in here, and so you can see them. To there. And then there's the old tank. So the cold out. And what was the other one? The hot with the vent pipe, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, so when that tank comes out, the two pipes that he's in the airing cupboard, which is down there, connected, will come up, we'll find them, and then connect them onto those two copper pipes. And that'll be our flow and return to that radiator, which is just over there, if that makes sense. Right, so at the minute, the whole house has now got cold water and hot water through the new boiler, which is really good pressure, by the way. That's hot water. But this shower, ensuite shower, so everything else in the house is good, but this ensuite shower has got no water to it. No hot or cold. So that's both on, and nothing's coming out, so we've got a problem. Now, we'll go up to that where that tank is in the roof. Have you got a torch up there? Now you explain it.
Okay, so what we've got on the left hand side, as you can see, is those two 22mm. They were coming off the tank, and we're going to use those. Sorry about that. We're going to use those to pick up the radiator that we put in on the top floor, and you can just see down there are two 15mm feeds. What we didn't expect was this connection on the tank here, and it looks like what they've done is, you can see where it's been cut off, the little stub sticking up was the expansion for the hot water on the tank, and they've teed off it there. We can see the gate valve, and then you can see there's the 50mm drop down is the cold feed to that shower as well. We didn't expect that, so now we're going to have to get those live again.
Just about to commission the boiler. That's a nice bag, mate.
Do you like it?
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, got a nice discount on it.
Don't tell everyone that.
Not from you.
Show us then, what you got?
UK analyzer. The other one was up for calibration and it was knackered, so 550 quid later.
That's quite big, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite chunky. It's
Cane
Bluetooth,
458S.
so it works on the Cane Live.
What's the purge times to the minute?
Yeah.
Very nice. What else you got there? Still got the tags on. Is that a new printer or is that the old printer?
No, that's the old one. We're doing Bluetooth on that, but it adds about another 250 to the price.
Nice, mate. Just look what he's done with the other side. He's got his hoses in the two clear. Not used the little pockets at the top. That's ideal for stuff like that.
Yeah, I've not sorted that yet.
Needs a good sort out. That looks like my screwdriver. Not even took the plastic off it yet. Did you not want to get a BK sticker for the front, mate?
No, you can throw that away though.
Charming. Right, so Ben's going to explain how this works.
No, not.
So we've got a thermal store here that the boiler heats up to 65 degrees and it takes, what did it say there, 13 minutes.
Yeah.
So 30 minutes from cold to get that to hot. So that's got hot water in it. When you open a hot tap, the pump pumps thermal store around this side of the plate to get this plate hot, and your cold water comes through, passes through it to pick the heat up like a combi boiler would. So that's how it works. And then the diverter valve, when you put the heating on, sends it around the heating. Do you agree?
Yeah. Sort of. I'm not sure the thermal store goes around the heating though.
No, it doesn't. That gets pumped around here, and
Yeah.
the diverter valve sends the heat around the heating.
Yeah, that's correct, yes.
What else we've got? We've got a flow sensor on there to obviously tell the boiler that someone's opened a hot tap, which obviously then pumps the heat from the thermal store around this side, and then the cold goes through it. That's about it really. So we're ready that.
Valves make a nice job, don't they?
Just starting to get warm now. Where are the valves from?
Where are they from?
Yeah.
I don't know where they got you these from.
Where's the rat from?
Okay. Oh, the valves are Aaron, I think. I don't know where the rat's from. Look, one of them. It was a few white marks on it. So, I've touched them up.
Touch up there. What makes that? So we're done now. That's the old fireplace. Obviously the boiler's gone. The gas is still there for the cooker. Condensate pipe's just going to be ripped out and the flue's going to be bricked up. We have got to get a hot and cold in for an island here, and also a cold supply for a pot filler that goes on the oven there. The ceiling's down now completely, but we've got the pipe work in for the house, which is obviously connected along here to the boiler. We've reused the customer's hive. That's all working, that's all done. Yeah, so we'll be back when we've got when this kitchen's out and there's a channel in the floor. We're going to bring our feed to here. There's going to be a radiator here and a radiator here, I think. That's when we're going to get rid of these pipes in the floor. So this will be week after next, but she's now got a working boiler. Hot water heating in the old part of the house, so she can live here. She's been away for a couple of nights while we did it.